Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we are having a look at a game called Banished. It's been around for quite a while now. Very cool game though. If you do like the whole city building type game, it's actually pretty good fun. It's actually set in more of a medieval type setting. Still fun nonetheless. It's actually pretty darn hard as well though. So we might just give it a shot. So let's start a new game. Okay, what town? Let's auto-generate. What do we got? We got Supre Monstros. No. Actually, no. Let's go. Ha. Sorry, I've got hair in my mouth. Yuck. Sure you didn't need to know that. Okay, let's go Bardville. Why not? Terrain type. We've got valleys or mountains. Let's go valleys. Size is medium. Climate, fair. Should be alright. Disasters, we'll probably leave them off for now. And as for starting conditions, let's go... Medium game begins with 5 families. Clothing, food, fireworks, tools, and construction materials are provided. Storage barn has already been built. Some seeds for fields and orchards are available. Yep, let's go medium. Okay, so we'll jump into it. Now, like with any top-down city building game, this is, well, really all about building your city, maintaining your population, and this population is very, very important. So down the bottom we've got speed, we've got tools and reports. So the tools and reports are very, very useful. So we want statistics. Probably an event log is good. So the good thing about this is you can move things around how you want. So I'll pop that there and I'll pop that down there. What else we got? Maybe pop a map in the top corner here. Professions and jobs, maybe down the side here. Yeah, we don't need limits. Maybe we'll take that out. What else we got? Increase priority, paths. Yep, no, that's cool. All right. Oops, don't want that. Okay, so, ooh, okay. Seems a little bit slow, maybe. Was that just me? Nope, we should be right. Okay, so first thing we want to do is build some houses because these people have nowhere to live. So we go down to our housing. First thing we want to do is probably build a wooden house. Now, how do we rotate these? There we go. R for rotate. And let's pop a house down in here. Maybe one in here. And another one down there. And another one there. So 4 houses should do it. Now what will happen is... There we go again. I hit 4, no. So now we can see that we need a total of 8 builders to build these houses. And we've got 10 labourers. Now... what will actually happen is labourers will pretty much do anything if they're needed. So they can pretty much do anything here. They don't have an assigned job. So it tends to be quite useful to have quite a few labourers because they'll do anything. And so that way you're getting the most out of your people. Next thing we probably want to do is let's have a look at our resources. We don't have much wood, so we probably want to cut down some wood. So we go down to, not food production, resource production. Got wood cutter. Oh no, that's actually a building. Here we go, removal and destruction tools. So we're going to harvest trees is what we want. And we'll probably want to harvest some of these trees here. Oh, look, and there you go. So people will go and... Actually, let's increase the speed just a little bit because these people take forever. So, as you can see, these people here are going to go collect resources from our resource pile and then simply just start building away. Now, if we have a look at our map, we can see we've got a huge lake there running and a river along the side, which is pretty cool. And we've got a couple of hills and some mountains around the side, which will also be useful later on for when we get into our mines. Now, as you can see, everyone is going to chop down all the wood. You see this stone, so we use stone as well. So what we can do is we can go collect stone and say everyone just collect stone in this area as well. Okay, so I think, actually, let's maybe keep this open. Let's pop it up here, I think, and let's get some builders going. So that way we actually get these houses built, because these people really, really need a place to stay. If you click on your storage barn here, you can see exactly what we've got in there. We've got 1,800 potatoes, 300 iron tools, and 10 hide coats. So we're going to have to stock up on that soon as well. So now the trick to this game is actually going fairly slow, and not going too quickly, because things can get out of hand very quickly. Can we get? Oh no, that. Okay, so that's iron. So we also use iron for tools, so we can get people to collect that. Seems a bit jerky. Hold on. Video. You remove the facing. Let's see how that turns out. Oh no, it's a lot worse. Really is. Alright. Let's put that back then. Alright. Well, with the frame rate, I will look at that a bit later. Okay, so look, we've got a couple of houses. As you can see, the if you click on a person, you can see what they're doing. You can see a whole bunch of stuff. You can see they're a child. They're not educated. You can see their age. You can see if they're carrying anything. And also up here saying that they don't have a home. So what I like to do actually is I like to put in a little path. So roads and bridges. So dirt road is fine to begin with. So if we make a little dirt road like this and bring this up like such. And so now people are going to start making dirt roads. Now our next thing is to get a woodcutter to chop logs into firewood, which is very important because when it gets cold and nighttime, everyone needs firewood. Okay, so our reserve for firewood is low. See? Okay, so we're still going to need another house, it seems. Yes, we know our firewood is low, so people can start getting to that. Okay, we only need 3 builders, so they're going to take care of that. Let's get to another house, because yeah, we still do need one more. People will not be happy if they have nowhere to live. Let's go harvest some more trees down there as well. Now, I just love this game. I think it's such a quaint little game, and it is actually fairly difficult sometimes. So it does take, you know, even a little bit of skill just to get things going. But I feel once you get a nice, once you get it going and you get the ball rolling, so to speak, it tends to curve out a bit and tends to make things a bit busier. Okay, so up in the top left, you can see in the event log, Elonti has become an adult and is now working as a labourer. So children do actually grow up and become labourers to extend your people's families, you have to build more houses. However, if you build too many houses, then they're going to get too spread out. People are going to live by themselves. They're not going to, you know, make babies and all that kind of stuff. So you do have to find a nice balance. Okay, so our woodcutter is done, and you can see there's a little question mark, and that means that there is no one there to work there. So now we have plenty of labourers, and we can assign a permanent woodcutter to start chopping some wood, which is awesome. Now what I also want to do is probably harvest a bunch of this wood here, so we've got like a nice clear spot for us. And probably want to put in a nice path in here. We're going to make like a bit of a town square, I guess. Reserve of food is low. Well, that's just great, actually. Okay, so now here you can see that these people who live in here, so there's quite a few people that live in here. They're cold because they don't have any firewood, and we're out of firewood. Our next step is food. So what we want to do is, best thing for food is a gatherer. So, where are we? Gatherer's hut. So, you place them in the woods. So, something like this. So now people are going to go out there and we'll build up that gatherers, and then we can assign more people to be gatherers, pretty much. Okay, how much food have we got? Oh, shivers. We are out of food altogether. Wow, okay. So, what we also might want to do is make a fishing hut. Because that's another quick and easy way for food. Oh, that's what we want to do, that way. Okay. So we'll assign some builders while people are going to go off to the gatherer's hut, which is going to be somewhere here. Okay, so they need to clear down all the space, and as you can see, it tells you what they need to do. So they need to remove 6 trees, then they need to bring 30 logs, 12 stone, and it takes 45 build seconds, I guess. Right, so everyone's got a house, everyone's got some nice heating going, so we just need to work on food, and then we can get things sustainable. Made like a little town square type thing, which I like. Now, when you are building houses, you can actually choose the... So that's the rotation. It rotates the other way. So there is actually a button to give us, oh yeah, different models. So there we go. So we can have lots of different models if you just want to add a bit of variety in there, which is pretty cool. In fact, how about we add in another house there and a path that will be going down as well. In fact, since we're talking about paths, oh, what's happening? Oh, the children have just stopped. Okay, so we want a path down like this. Actually, yeah, that'll look pretty nice. So we need a couple more builders. So now, this really, the name of the game really is just all resource management, which is pretty cool. But oh, what's low now? Stone is low. So everything's going to be low for a while, especially your stone and your iron, until you get like a huge amount of people to start working in the mines. So you're going to really have to start scavenging for as much as you can. So this is all pretty good. You just assign all of this iron and stone collection. So notice how we only need 4 builders now. What is built? Okay, so our gatherer's hut is built. So we're going to need 4 people for gatherers, which, yes, the full 4. So we get a lot of... oh, okay, so these people are starving. Not too good. But that's all good. Okay, so our fisherman's fishing dock is made. So if you can either use the professions tab up here, or you can click on the building, and you can assign people. So now we've got lots of fishermen, and we've got 5 labourers. So it's always good to have a certain amount of labourers available. Now what else I'm going to do is I'm going to make a road that's going to connect up from where we are. Now if I can zoom out. Now, can we see exactly where is our road meeting? I don't think it is, actually. It's the trouble with the trees. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Alright, so that should all be joined up now. Yes, we know these people are starving, but there's not much we can do about it just yet. So our food limit is at 5,000, so it controls the amount of stored food. Once the limit is reached, production will cease, and so they tend to go and do other things, which is all good. Alright, cool, so we've got some food now, so we can see... Oh. I don't think they've died. Okay, and look, we've got a whole bunch of children born. That's awesome. Okay. So, I think what else we want to do is... maybe a bit more, a few more trees going. Cut down a few more of those. And collect some more stone. So if we... are these guys... yeah, okay, so these guys still need to collect all of this stone. Let's get rid of all that. Oh, and there's some iron here as well, so let's get rid of that. There we go. Alright, so our firewood limit has... fuel limit's been reached, so actually let's increase it. So that's what that little symbol means. Means that the limit has been reached. So if we increase that, we'll have used up more space in our pile here, stockpile. However, we will have more firewood, and come winter, it's always good to have a huge amount of firewood. Okay, so now, as you guys can probably see in the Professions tab, there are a lot of different things. So you've got, you know, your builders, your farmers, herdsmen. Okay, our reserve for logs are low, so we've already sent some people out to go harvest some trees. Let's harvest these ones as well. So I was saying, fishermen, hunters, woodcutters, foresters. So you pretty much have logging cabins, so you can either plant trees or, you know, cut them down, which is always handy. Blacksmith, brewers, tailors, vendors and traders and miners and teachers, physicians and clerics. So yeah, a lot of jobs. As I said, this game's been out for some time, so it's always... what kind of model do we want? Something different. Let's do that one. Okay, so 2 people are builders, and the labourers will help out as well. How's... okay, so we've got not many, barely any logs actually. So maybe we shouldn't have built that house, but it's okay. Now another thing you can do is, when it's available, is you can upgrade to a stone house. So upgrading to a stone home provides more warmth than wooden homes, and some resources from the existing building will be reclaimed. So is always good to upgrade your homes to stone when you can. Of course, if you need to build more homes, do that instead then. What else do we get? Town services. So I like to build a well. I like to have like a little well in the middle of town. So wells help with if there's fires, so they can get water from the wells and put them out. Okay, so let's get some builders on there. Okay, we've got our fish going. Is our path all laid down? Maybe? No, I don't think so. I haven't gotten around to the path making yet, so but that's fine. So let's have a look how much you can actually see. how much food